Kule nyuma, wale watu ambao hawana kazi huko nyuma, hebu nione kwa mkono.
Zinaanza na kitu inaitwa Illuminati. Na najua watu wa mumeona.
Pack your things and go home, family. This is the hardest ever decision to make for those people who you love, for those people who stood with you during your difficult times, and for those people who help you win and garner millions of votes during general elections, making you to be the 5th president of a state. Well, before we dive deeply into this video, don't forget to like this video, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget you can also follow us on Instagram at creative_silas_tv. On July 11th, 2024, His Excellency William Samoei Ruto decided to call a press conference right on State House at 2 p.m. And guess what? He decided to fire all the cabinet secretaries in all the ministries.
Section 12 of the Office of the Attorney General's Act decided to dismiss with immediate effect all the cabinet secretaries and Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya, of the Cabinet of Kenya.
Well, why did he decide to do so? Why did he decide to go against his brothers despite these people helping him garner millions of views during 2022 general election? Join me in this journey in exploring the main reason why William Samoei Ruto decided to fire all these ministers. In the month of June 2024, the Kenyan young youth, calling themselves the Gen Zs, staged a topmost state protest against Finance Bill 2024. Well, their main goal was that the members of parliament not pass the Finance Bill 2024. The funny thing with all these protests was that it was not based on religion, it was not based on tribes, and it had no leaders. And imagine, all demonstration was organized online. The main demands for protestants was, number one, they wanted the members of parliament to reject Finance Bill 2024, whose intention was to increase taxes on Kenyans despite lamenting tough economic times at the moment. Secondly, they wanted unnecessary offices to be scrubbed out, terming them wastage of public funds. And thirdly, they also wanted the removal of all incompetent leaders, replacing them with the competent ones. Failure for the government to listen to their cry, they promised to occupy Kenyan parliament. Well, the Gen Zs, who did not have any leader to mobilize them, organized themselves on Twitter and came up with a 7-day of range. The rage had several action points, but the main point that captured the attention of the whole world was on Tuesday 25th, 2024, June. Well, on this date, according to the events, it was an Occupy Parliament Day and a total shutdown in Kenya. This was a nationwide strike. The Gen Zs granted all hardworking Kenyans a day off, and parents were ordered to stay home with children in solidarity. This reminded me of Mau Mau war. Well, the Occupy Parliament rage became successful and the demonstrators occupied Parliament despite several of them being shot dead and several of them were shot, leaving them with dangerous wounds with police guns.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I'm here to address you. You must go. Ruto must go. Kwapa na hatuendi. Kwapa tunalala huku na hatuendi. We don't fear you guys. You hypocrites. We don't fear you. Mr. Speaker, we don't fear you.
On the same date at 8 p.m., President William Samoei Ruto called a press conference in State House only to call the demonstrating Gen Z's prisoners. Well, here he ordered the Kenyan Defense Forces to move to streets and help the police in curbing the protesters who he said were destroying public properties.
We must isolate crime from democratic expression and separate criminals from people exercising the freedom of expression and divergent opinion. I shall continue to lead a government that is fully committed to maintaining the integrity of our...
After the president's speech, the youth get more hungrier. From rejecting finance bill, they started mobilizing themselves and started lamenting Ruto must go. Well, this became the most trending hashtag on Twitter at the moment. The next day, President Ruto again called a press conference on State House and said that he has rejected the finance bill and that he will not assent it to law.
On the continuing conversation around the content of the Finance Bill 2024, and listening keenly to the people of Kenya who have said loudly that they want nothing to do with this Finance Bill 2024, I concede, and therefore I will not sign the 2024 Finance Bill, and it shall subsequently be withdrawn, and I have agreed with these members that that becomes our collective.
Which most young educated Kenyan saw as bullshit and termed all this speech as derogatory. But wait, according to Kenyan Constitution 2010, if the president failed to sign a bill into law within 21 days, the bill automatically becomes law. Well, I think this is the thing that made the Gen Zs more crazy and termed president as a big scammer and a liar. Well, all these ones aside, the pressure increased for the president and he was forced to hold a meeting with the Gen Zs on X as they ordered him to do so. Well, in the meeting, he was ordered to fire all his cabinet secretaries. Well, as on July 11th, 2024, President William Ruto did so, becoming the second Kenyan president to dissolve his cabinet. This comes after the third president of Kenya, Mwai Kibaki, dissolved his cabinet in 2005.
Public contributions of the Constitution and Sections 130, Sections 12 of the Office of the Attorney General's Act decided to dismiss with immediate effect all the cabinet secretaries and Attorney General of the Republic of Kenya, of the Cabinet of Kenya.
But pride comes before a fall. Well, this was Kenyan's message for then Cabinet Secretary Infrastructure and Roads Moses Kuria. Well, known for always being prideful man, showing that he owns a 900,000 Kenyan shillings watch, he wears a 50,000 belt and 150k shoes and ties a 50,000 tie, where indeed Kenyan taxpayers was working very well for this guy.
To be honest with you, yes.
Okay.
But I don't need to wear 2 belts in 2 years. 1 belt is enough. Ama how many belts do you want?
Mimi niko na tatu za 50.
Hapana, wewe ujui nunua belt moja ya 50,000 lakini nunua ya kupendua. Brown upande huu, black upande huu. Wewe ujui bwana.
Umeshani.
Na itakuwa ni quality. Sasa ukiturn the brown side, people think you have another belt.
Nipige tu hiyo 50.
Yeah.
Nikupange. Haya, the most expensive watch you have?
That which I bought with my own money.
Yes.
Well, it was almost like I think if I remember well, because of time now, it's about 900,000 or something to watch. Yeah.
Big question is, do you think that all this Gen Z movement was a success in letting and freeing Kenya from neocolonialism from our local leaders? Well, I know that several leaders, several Gen Zs from several parts of Africa was also mobilized with the Kenyans Act. Well, what do you think? Don't forget to leave for me your comment there, and please may the algorithm let this picture to people who want to watch it. Anyway, I was your host at Creative Silas TV. Till next time, same place, same hour. Bye bye.